Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded. I've just been really busy. I've been trying to, at least make posts. I don't know if you guys do look on the community tab on my channel. I guess I'll just throw this out there now that I don't really use Instagram or Facebook or any of that. So if I do post something, it'll definitely be in the community section tab on the channel. So if you do want to check that out every now and again, I will update, little updates here and there on that. I did just post a short yesterday driving the Lexus around. I think it's driving good. The transmission shifts perfect. You can see it right here. Right now though, it's completely dirty because I really just haven't driven it at all. I mean, I've driven it, I just haven't washed it, and the weather's been really random around here. Like, it's hot, then it starts raining, and then it looks like this in the next morning. So I'll wash it and it doesn't even matter anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, Lexus has been driving good, and like I said, I've just been busy just doing life things, other stuff. So I do have kids, so there's that. But today I'm gonna try and work on the Civic. The last video I did the rear disc brake conversion, everything went good on that. I didn't bleed the brakes at that time, but I actually bled them yesterday, took it around for a drive. They worked perfectly fine. I do need to get a new proportioning valve. I'll show that to you guys when I pull it up in the driveway here. So let me just shuffle these cars around and I'll get right back to you guys. I got the Civic up here in the driveway, got it up on jack stands. I actually had to just wash it off because it was just nasty. But to show you guys what I was talking about a minute ago about the proportioning valve, this is the proportioning valve. It's right here on these EFs. It's actually this guy right here. And what that does is send a certain amount of pressure to the front and rear brakes. It's kind of like a brake bias controller if you want. However, it is already just permanently fixed. I don't know what the ratio of this one is on these EF sedans, I forget. But the one that I'm looking for is a 40-40 proportioning valve, and I'm going to get one from a DA Integra, a 90 through 93 Integra, only because those actually sit in the exact same spot and the lines all bolt up. So I've been having no luck though. Every time I go to junkyard and try and get a proportioning valve, they're always already gone. So can't really do anything about that, but that is the one I need. I actually don't think I showed you guys, but I did go on ahead and put on a DA brake booster and the DA brake master cylinder. So this is a 15/16 master cylinder, which is bigger than the 7/8 one that came off of it. So right now the pedal is pretty spongy because I need to get this prop valve. I need to get the correct prop valve right now because it's not even sending the correct pressures at all. So the car does stop though and doesn't have any problem doing that. But yeah, got the disc brakes on there though. And I don't know if you really can see in the sun, but they're just back there, so they work good. I got the e-brake, got their e-brake hooked up, and it's working good. Sorry for the sun, guys, it's just really bright right now. But so I don't know if you guys have been following along at all, but this Honda needs a head gasket. I'm pretty sure of it. I popped off the cap right now just to show you guys. It looks really green in there and it's nice. However, when I smell it, it smells like exhaust fumes. And then the cap, when I took it off, looked kind of more, I don't know, murky like kind of yellowish, like it's been mixing in with the oil. So that's kind of a sign. And every time I drive this car now, I've noticed this thing fills up. Doesn't fill up all the way, but it will start to rise. Like if I empty it out and take it for a drive, it'll definitely fill up completely. So I don't think I have, I don't think I have something very serious going on, but I'm thinking it may be the cause of why this thing doesn't really want to idle very well. I have no check engine lights. I've checked the codes. Like I said, I've messed with these Hondas a lot. I've done a tremendous amount of head gaskets on Civics and Integras over the years, so kind of know what to look for at this point. But this may just be the beginning stages of it. But even when I open up the cap here, which is what I like to look at, see if there's any kind of like, caramel latte looking thing underneath here, there's nothing. So I think it's just barely in the beginning stages of it. Also, I don't like the consistency of the oil. Like this car, I literally only moved it from the street, which is literally just right there, to right here. So there's no really time for the oil to warm up. But when I pull the dipstick out, you'd expect a certain kind of consistency for the oil, but this stuff literally just drips off like water, like right away. Like I pulled it off earlier and it's very, you know, liquidy, I guess, for lack of a better term. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is go on ahead and try and get the cylinder head off today. I'll try and give you guys little tips here and there if I can about it, but you know, excuse me if it just be kind of like a time lapse, but I don't think I'm really gonna sit here and go through every single bolt and whatnot to take off. Hopefully you can just follow along. Alright, so you can see here nothing really looks out of the ordinary. All the cylinders look pretty clean. Again, this motor came from Pick and Pull. I don't know if you guys have been following along or not, so honestly I didn't know any condition of the engine at all. I literally just threw it in here and hoped that it ran, and it ran. It just, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's got a, you know, a misfiring problem, and I think it's due to coolant getting into the cylinders. But as we're looking here at this, I mean, you can see this black stuff is a coating that's supposed to try and seal around, but I don't know if this black stuff is supposed to actually be gone right here in between these. It could just be stuck to the cylinder head. I haven't looked at the bottom of that yet, but so far everything looks okay. None of the cylinders look really scored up at all as far as I can see. Nothing here looks blatantly obvious. Well, kind of right here looks like it might have gone past a little bit, possibly. Coolant all looks really green inside here. Nothing really looks, you know, too out of place. So I'm wondering if it just actually was okay on this side, but on the cylinder head side, I'm going to check that now when I flip the cylinder head over to see if there's any evidence. But sometimes these things, you know, I really can't even tell. I will say that these two middle holes, when I tried to loosen them up, they're actually really loose, so that could be part of the problem. So they weren't tight like these other four, or excuse me, the other 8. So I don't know, I'm going to go on ahead and just flip the cylinder head over and look at that. But so far I'm pretty happy with this. Nothing really looks wrong. It just needs to be cleaned up, and you know, just take all the whatever gasket materials there off, and then just get a new head gasket on here. So let's look at the head. Alright, so here's the cylinder head, and from what I can tell, everything so far looks okay. As I mentioned before, on the head gasket that's laying in the car right now, there is that black stuff that is a part of the coating that's supposed to help seal, but you can see there in the middle cylinders, There you can see how there's black all on this head gasket, and in the center is it's all silver because all the coating is gone. So you would think you would see that black coating here on the cylinder head, but obviously it is gone in the middle. So there's some remnants of it here, a little bit here, but I believe that these two cylinders are you know, were, I don't know, either getting into each other some kind of way. You can see it's kind of dark right here, like it's been burnt in the middle of this head, whereas out here it's lighter. Out here it's really light because the head gasket is sealing fine. You can see it's all clean around this outside here, and here it's a little darker, and here it's very dark, and also dark here. So I'm pretty sure there was definitely a head gasket issue, and that would probably explain why my compression test, granted I didn't do a leak down test because I just don't have an air compressor, but even with the compression test, one of the cylinders, I believe cylinder 3, which would be this cylinder, yes, would be this cylinder, was more than 10% lower than the other 3. So, you know, it could have been bleeding off in between here, or even getting into a coolant passage just slightly. So definitely gonna have to take this head to a machine shop. There used to be a machine shop where I lived at, but he retired, so I trusted him for years, but I can no longer go there. So I'm gonna have to find a new machine shop and get this head resurfaced and pressure tested. That'll probably have to be for a different video though. I just wanted to tear this down to kind of see what it was looking like in here. You can see inside here all the pistons, you know, they're perfectly fine. I mean, they're dirty as expected. You know, there's fire been blowing up on them, but they'll probably clean up nice. And then this head gasket will have to go. I'll show you guys what the coolant looks like inside the block. Everything looks pretty clean in there, so I think the block is fine. The head will definitely need to be resurfaced, and just get some new gaskets and whatnot on there. We should be good to go. Yeah, so pretty much just gonna leave this video here. I didn't intend to make this like a two-part kind of series thing, but I knew I wasn't gonna have a whole bunch of time to get to work on this today, and like I said, I need to find a machine shop to get this done. I've searched around a little bit in my area. I might actually go just slightly out of town to a shop, a speed shop I know of that might be able to do this type of head. I don't know, they do a lot of V8 stuff usually, so I'm not sure if they will even touch this head, but nonetheless, I will need to get it resurfaced, new head bolts, and some new gaskets, like intake manifold gasket, exhaust manifold gasket, all the gaskets for the top of the head, and should be able to be good to put this back together, and hopefully it'll be running a lot better at that point. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here. If you guys have any comments or questions, as usual, ask them in the comment section below. You know, comment, let me know what you guys are working on, and I'm always down to hear other people's builds, and even if it's small or you think it's small, I'm definitely interested, because everyone's got to start somewhere. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.